Like and subscribe right now, or the spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Do you believe the ancient era of Egyptians ended long ago? Wait until you find numerous artifacts lying undetected in the ancient civilization. Some of these findings are made outside the country to the amazement of Egyptologists. These 10 discoveries in Egypt scare scientists. Number 1. The Stone Treasure Chest. Archaeologists in Egypt revealed a stone chest from 3,500 years ago in the rubble above the Egyptian site of Deir el-Bahari. This finding suggests that an untouched royal tomb could be nearby. They also found several packages wrapped in linen inside the chest. One of them had the skeleton of a sacrificial goose and another its egg. The chest measured 40 centimeters long and was camouflaged to look like an ordinary stone block. The royal deposit proves that the temple was established in the king's name or tomb. Aside from the pharaoh's name, other objects found in the place indicate that the deposit was made in his name. Even after this discovery was made public, work continued on the site in October of 2019 to find the entrance to the royal tomb. The team is optimistic that they'll find it and uncover more details. Number 2. A golden cannonball from the sea. A fossil hunter stumbled upon a 185-million-year-old fossil after cracking open a golden cannonball on a rocky beach in Yorkshire. He noted that the rock was coated in iron pyrite, capturing his attention as he strolled by. When a seasoned fossil collector saw it, he suspected the rock could contain an ancient animal, given its glossy appearance. Instead, when the hunter opened the cannonball-shaped stone, he found a spiral-shaped Cleviceras fossil. Cannonball sightings are common alongside the Yorkshire coastline, but no one gives them so much attention. Cleviceras is an ancient genus of cephalopod belonging to the family of Hyloceratidae, which lived during the Jurassic period. Octopus and squid are the most common cephalopods known today. Unfortunately, we hardly find their fossils since they don't have hard shells. However, the ancient specimen is perfectly preserved by limestone. Number 3. Ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia was an ancient region bound northeast by the Zagros Mountains and southeast by the Arabian Plateau. It's also known as the Fertile Crescent and the Cradle of Civilization. It's also bordered by the Tigris and Euphrates. This ancient city was the home of many cultures spanning thousands of years. Many aspects of life attributed to the Romans, Egyptians, and Greeks originated from Mesopotamia. Some of their earliest inventions are beer brewing, writing, the wheel, a code of laws, the concept of our 24-hour days, civil rights, and irrigation crops were first developed in this city. Unlike Greece and Egypt, Mesopotamia was a collection of various cultures bonded by their gods, scripts, and attitude towards women. The importance of literacy and the pantheon of the gods was common knowledge throughout the region, although the gods had different names. Therefore, this city is best known as a region that produced multiple empires and civilizations rather than a single civilization. Today, Mesopotamia is known as the cradle of civilization, unlike what was previously thought. Number 4. Titanosaur. A new species of dinosaur discovered in Egypt has given scientists a lot of work to do in the background. The creature is one of the few dinosaur species found in Africa and dates back to the late Cretaceous period, between 80 and 66 million years ago. This era marked the final chapter in the age of the dinosaurs, which ended after a giant meteor smashed into the Yucatan Peninsula. Africa's fossil record of dinosaurs is rare, leaving scientists worried about their existence on the continent. Researchers say they may have wandered from other continents into Africa and remained there for a bit. The Mansouris fossil was found in the Sahara in 2013. A group of paleontologists from various research institutions examined it and published their findings in a scientific journal. When dinosaurs first appeared on Earth, they populated a single landmass of connected continents. However, as the continent began to shift, these animals became separated by vast oceans. Thanks to this shift, Africa may have housed some dinosaur species. Number 5. Callanish stones. The Callanish stones are an arrangement of standing stones erected 5,000 years ago. It has a stone circle of 13 stones and a monolith near the middle. 5 rows of standing stones connect to the circle, and 2 rows of stones run parallel. They predated the famous English Stonehenge monument and was an important place of worship for residents 2,000 years ago. It's unclear why the stones were erected, but archaeologists guess they may have been used as an astronomy observatory. Patrick Ashmore, who excavated the rocks in the 1980s, noted that every 18.6 years, the moon skims around the area like a god visiting the Earth. According to the tradition, Callanish stones were petrified giants that refused to convert to Christianity. Critics of the theory say that several alignments exist purely by chance, and many factors could have affected the displacement of the stones. Nevertheless, these stones have featured in music albums, novels, music, and documentaries. Number 6. 2,000-year-old Roman shoe. After the Romans invaded German provinces, they built the Salzburg, a fort that protected the boundary between the Roman Empire and the Germanic tribal territories. About 2,000 people lived in the fort during its heydays, and it remained active until 260 AD. It was rediscovered in the 19th century and was excavated before being recognized as a World Heritage Site. It contains many Roman relics, including a 2,000-year-old shoe found in a well. While you think the Italians are experts in making shoes, wait until you see what Romans have up their sleeves. Studies show that Romans are the originators of the foot encasing shoe. They created different types for men and women. Others were more enclosed and only had holes for the laces. This shoe reveals Roman expertise when it comes to making shoes. Number 7. 7,000-year-old butler. Jack Conway was cutting peat for fuel when he made a shocking discovery. He found a massive 22-pound chunk of butter buried 12 feet below the ground. This finding was uncovered in Emlog Bog and is believed to be 2,000 years old. Encounters like these are becoming commonplace. Hundreds of butter lumps have been discovered in Scotland and Ireland, dating back thousands of years. In 2013, another turf cutter found a massive container containing 100 pounds of butter, believed to be 5,000 years old. The fact that this butter was buried deep in the soil suggests that it was given as an offering to the gods that kept the land animals safe. Burying in bogs was common in medieval Ireland, as they had excellent preservation properties thanks to their low oxygen, low temperatures, and highly acidic habitat. Butter was regarded as a sign of wealth in ancient times. People who made it wanted to eat or sell it to pay their rent or taxes. However, the person who buried it hoped it would never be seen again, which was why it was buried in a wooden box. Number 8. Egyptian tombs. Thousands of years, ancient Egyptians were buried in Saqqara, an ancient city of the dead. Priests kept them inside wooden boxes adorned with hieroglyphs before they were sealed and buried in tombs. Archaeologists didn't attach so much meaning to this writing until they discovered 160 human coffins at the site. They opened a few of them and examined the mummies inside. Some experts say the Saqqara tombs have colorful curses inscribed on the walls to ward off intruders and people who wanted to desecrate the resting places of mummies. The writings state that if an impure person enters the tomb, the Council of the Gods will punish the person. It also warns that any damage done to the tomb will be replicated on the culprit's property. Lastly, intruders would be cursed with a fear of seeing ghosts. These threats were meant to deter robbers. Tombs were considered a home for the dead in their afterlife. People who wanted a fabulous afterlife insisted that their tombs be decorated with beautiful things when they were gone. Therefore, trespassing into the tomb is the same as stealing from a home. Number 9. Golden rhino. The golden rhino may be small enough to fit into your palm, but its size doesn't make it less significant. Nearly 800 years after it was lost to sight in South Africa, the golden rhinoceros represents one of the region's most physically powerful animals. The figurine is one of the region's most enduring symbols of power. It's also a testament to the sophistication that existed in Africa long before the colonial masters came. The golden rhinoceros was recovered in 1934 from a royal grave at Mapungubwe in northern South Africa and near Zimbabwe. It was created in the 13th century and reflected the wealth of the state of Mapungubwe. States believed to emerge as the capital of one of South Africa's earliest kingdoms from 1220 to 1290. It was recognized because it controlled the gold trade with the Swahili settlement almost 2,000 miles away. While glass and beads used to be the symbol of wealth in the 13th century, it was soon replaced by gold. In addition, the golden rhinoceros was buried with an elite member of Mapungubwe's ruling elite, further enhancing its symbolic power. Number 10. Benben. The Benben stone is an object found in ancient Egyptian mythology. It's a conical and believed to have an extraterrestrial origin. The stone is also an architectural term describing the name given to the tip of an obelisk placed on a pyramid. The structure also symbolizes a phoenix, capable of reviving itself and being reborn. It was found in the Temple of the Phoenix within the precinct of the Great Sun Temple, Heliopolis. Legend has it that the Benben arose from the primordial waters of Nu, where the creator of God, Adam, and Ra shaped the world. This special stone is also referenced in the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It's believed the shape of the pyramids was molded on the Benben. Others say it's a stone of destiny, as it had mystical powers that enticed powerful men. Aside from being the name of an object, the Benben stone is used to describe an ancient Egyptian architectural element. Until next time, adios.